It's Thursday. That means our friend Norm Clark joins us each week. He gives us the dish on what's happening in the world of pop culture and entertainment.
Yeah, he's a guy we're always happy to see right here on this red couch. Norm, welcome to the show.
Good to see you guys.
Yes.
Red. It must be Valentine's coming up.
It is. It is.
It sure
Love
is.
is in the air.
Yes,
yes.
it is.
We ate oysters yesterday.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
I'm still Randy. I don't know. I never got out. So okay. So tomorrow we're not doing the show because I got the inauguration.
Oh sure.
This guy named Donald Trump is becoming president. So that's happening. Yes, I know, right? Breaking news. But you have some news of past inaugurations.
Yeah, I put together a list. I called some various people favorite memories of inaugurations.
Cool.
Bobby Morris, he used to be Frank Sinatra's musical conductor, as well as many others. But he was invited when JFK was inaugurated. JFK allowed Frank Sinatra to invite a lot of Vegas people, a lot of show business people.
Goodness.
So they're in a bus on inauguration day. Bad snowstorm. The Pennsylvania Avenue is totally snarled with traffic and all that. Bobby says, the bus is sitting there, they're late, they're running late. Somebody gets off the bus. He looks out, and there's Frank Sinatra playing the role of a traffic cop, hitting cars. That picture would have won a Pulitzer Prize for somebody back then. That was hilarious. Rich Little went to to Reagan's, I believe, first inauguration.
Oh, in '81, yeah.
And he performed his Ronald Reagan. And afterwards, Nancy said, "You do Ronnie better than Ron." And she said, grabbed him by the arm and said, "I'm going home with you." And they hear this voice, "You can't afford her."
Oh my God.
And we know who was saying that.
Yes, of course.
You know, I've heard Rich Little at the Italian American Club here in town do some of his Reagan impressions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he did Reagan. Have you heard him do Reagan?
I have.
His Reagan impression?
It's incredible.
I mean, it is so solid. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see who steps forward as the main, if there is one, main Trump impersonator.
Well, it's going to be the SNL guy. It's going to be...
right,
Alec Baldwin. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But there's
Although he's
another
not a
guy.
It may be, but...
There is a small-time player that was kind of like doing these little tiny functions, you know, being a Donald Trump impersonator. And then he became a presidential candidate. And now this guy, I mean, you see him, I think he was in a Carl's Jr. commercial or something. He's all over the place. So, yeah, I mean, there is a little cottage industry of impersonation of presidents.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
impersonating is such an amazing skill.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Sig Rogich, who is a longtime Republican strategist, was a very big player in HW, Bush 1's election.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's walking toward the Capitol on the day of the inauguration, and he hears HW's voice calling from the doorway. He said, "Sig, come on in and have coffee." So they sit and they have coffee, spend an hour chatting. Sig heads off so he can get a place to watch this.
Yeah.
And he hears this voice, "Sig, I'm going to be seeing a lot of you." And 2 weeks later, he gets a phone call from Bush saying that he wanted him to come and be special assistant to the president.
Oh, wow, okay.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
I have a personal one. In 1981, Reagan's first,
yeah.
I was an AP reporter in working out of San Diego, but I was flown to West Point for the homecoming of the 52 hostages that had been held for 14 and a half months by the Iranians.
Iran.
And it
That's
was
actually where
a
Nightline
big thing. Yeah, a big thing. And tie a yellow ribbon.
Yeah, we had the
all
yellow
that.
ribbons in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they were released on Inauguration Day, and they went to New York for a big parade. I covered them for 3 days in West Point. Then I went into Washington for the inauguration, and it was just goosebumpy to be part of it. It didn't matter who was president or whatever.
It was a great feeling.
It was just really cool.
Norm, really quick, you had some news about Tony Crivello to share.
Broadway star. He won a Tony in 1993. Was Phantom here.
Phantom, the Las Vegas version of Phantom.
He is starting a show tomorrow at the Broadway Milwaukee Repertory Theater.
Okay.
He is playing Al McGuire, the famous Marquette coach.
Oh, wow, okay.
And he was a cheerleader for Marquette's team.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have a personal story about that as well. When Marquette won, I was seated right behind Al McGuire, and so when Al McGuire started crying at the end of the game, there's my big melon head, big hair, brown hair, not gray hair.
This is why you got to go to norm.vegas, because you're constantly telling these stories, or be it news stories or rehashing some of the stuff that, like, we can't even believe some of the stories.
Reflections is amazing.
Great website, norm.vegas. Go check it out. Norm, it's great having you, my friend.
Thanks for joining
Thank you
us,
guys very
Norm.
much.
All right, and if you want more information about us, you can go to vegasmorningblend.com.